Welcome back, guys, to a beautiful day in the state of Pennsylvania. The weather has been absolutely incredible. As you can see, gave us the opportunity to clean up the Duramax there for a little bit that we had to show this past weekend and put the bed on it. I know it took way too long to get this bed in here, but it is on. Our Raptor coating is all done. We got the tail lights on, tailgate on. No roll pan yet because we'll put that on once the whole bed is done. And then inside here, we got bed entirely coated in here. There's a few little spots we'll have to touch up that I saw that I think right in here. I don't know if you can see it there. There's just a few that just came out a little bit light. So maybe do a little bit of touch up. They'll paint all these seams and everything. I should have done this section right here. I don't know why I didn't, but didn't really think about it. So that'll end up getting painted, and I still have to do the tailgate section as well. But I think the actual paint color, it's a little bit maybe lighter, but it's gonna look really good when it's all said and done. So pretty excited about that. As you can see, there's something in the bed here that really shouldn't be. That's right, we broke another U-joint. That happened, and unfortunately this time it destroyed the end of the drive shaft when it broke. So going to be getting a new drive shaft. We knew that the U-joint that went in here seemed to be possibly made wrong. I don't know exactly what the deal was, but it went in way tighter than the old drive shaft of the same part number, everything. We had the same brand, same part number, and it just did not. It was real tight in here. Kind of knew it when we put it together, but it was movable and everything, just was tighter than the old one, and I guess that is what caused the problem. So gonna be switching to another drive shaft. May just get a custom drive shaft made. This is actually one out of I want to say an extended cab long bed. I could be wrong on that. Might be regular cab because with the lift, the original drive shaft was a little bit short. So I'll have to figure that out. But I mean, it still runs and drives. If you put it in four wheel, it's not a big deal. But I've got to get that put together here. It's not really what this upload is about. I just want to show you that stuff real quick here. This upload is about some of the future things that are happening on the channel, but I want to get out the Sky, the Blazer. I haven't started or moved either of those in a really long time. I'll get the Sky first. Might even try to start up the old dump truck right here quick. Then we'll have a little bit of a sit down, and I'll just tell you about some of the things that are to come here. It's been like, I don't know, a while since this was started, so we'll see how it goes. Haven't driven it in a long time. Oh. there's a million and one people better than me at probably doing like donuts and, you know, really having control of everything. I haven't done it all that much, really. This car's great for it and practicing. So I'm going to try to put the camera, the GoPro, not my phone, that's too expensive. on the ground. I'm gonna see if I can not hit it. That's what I'm gonna try. All right, so I took a break from my spin class here. She was getting just a little bit warm. The temp gauge, I actually do have the factory cluster and wheel and everything, but I must have unhooked some of the wires because it no longer controls the actual, you know, odometer and everything. So it never flashed like high temp or anything, which is kind of confusing, but you know, so it is pretty warm out, but I think she'll be just fine. But got a little toasty there. Next up, let's get the Blazer out because it hasn't been started in several weeks either. And then since that was parked there, it has not been moved. So we'll get the old dump truck running here, hopefully too. Now the S10 Blazer is my old faithful. So if it doesn't start, I will be very disheartened, but I think she'll fire up. Always gives her, you gotta give her just 1 second to turn over, but the old girl definitely needs a bath, but we're going to be taking it off-roading before too long, so this is actually, probably Lance will drive the Hummer. Yeah, that's cooler, I know, but I prefer the Blazer anyways. So, first time we go off-roading, we'll probably take the Blazer, and he'll be in the Hummer. Speaking of actual plans for this, I originally had I don't know what all I thought. I had asked a bunch of times, and really I've just used it as is because it works so well. It's beat up, which is perfect for what I want it for. It could be a little bit better off-roading if it had a locker or something like that, which we could just weld the rear. But we're talking about doing, I don't know if you've seen Send It Steve, Bobby RF Racing, Street Speed 717. They're all doing a cheap off-roader challenge. And I talked to them about joining in with the Blazer, and it sounds like that's going to happen. I don't know what all the details with that are. I'll keep you posted, but the Blazer also might end up like probably a little bit destroyed if we do that. Probably at the end. I don't know. It hurts my heart, but it would be fun. This guy should start up, but I know the battery's dead. Surprisingly, all the tires, except this one, Hold Air, which is kind of a miracle in and of itself, I think they are pretty old. Yeah, and out of balance because it drives like a son of a gun. So there it is, the fleet of some of the cars you haven't seen as much on the channel. But really, this isn't that much about these cars as it is about the future and some of the new things we're going to be doing here more regularly. So here's some updates of the things that are going forward and have been happening over the past month or so. I'm going to sit here. This is not a great angle for the camera. I'm going to suck it in. There we go. That's better. No, so I have worked in real estate pretty much since I started the channel. And it was getting to a point where I was doing like a 9-to-5 type of a thing, as well as doing YouTube in the evening. And the day job was starting to take up more of my time where I wasn't able to focus on YouTube hardly at all. That's why probably there's been large gaps over the last 6 to 8 months. And so there's been busier times and slower times, but especially recently, like if the month of April, you probably noticed I didn't put hardly any content out at all. And that's because through the month of April, I didn't have any extra time to put any content out. And so I've backed down by a lot my position that I was in before. Pretty much actually quit doing that, and I'm just doing a work as much as you can type of a deal now, which thankfully I have a job where I can kind of do that. So that gives me a lot more time to focus on YouTube, and that's why more content has been coming out. But honestly, the project cars and videos don't pay as well YouTube-wise as I hoped, and this whole thing is an investment. This is a job. It's not, it's kind of crazy that it is, but it is. It's an income for me and my family. So one of the things that we're going to focus on more coming up is reviews. I hooked up with a dealership here. I'm going to do a bunch of promotional stuff for them over the next couple weeks here. Stuff will start coming in. But I have the opportunity to do a lot of reviews and a lot of the buy or bust, the high miles reviews, which I've done. That's what really started my channel, and got me to my first 1,000 or 1,500 subscribers before I bought before we bought the truck. So gonna focus more on that. And honestly, my old high miles reviews videos make more money month to month than any other videos that I do. Like even the ones with the truck. Some of those, like the one has 750,000 or 800,000 views. That video in the long run is going to be less profitable than some of my high miles reviews, which is just crazy. And because they, on a month to month, like each month they get the same amount of views, and that's been going on for 2 or 3 years now. And so it's a really good opportunity to do some of those. So that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to try to get 2 to 3 of the reviews out per week, whether it's a new car, whether it's a high mileage car, I don't know, but 2 to 3 of those videos out a week, and then 2 videos or so, 2 to 3 videos that are project vehicles, which I was only putting out like 1 video a week on average for the past 6 or 8 months, and it was a project car type of a video. So you're not going to lose any of that. I'm just adding in some of these reviews now. So I'm pretty excited. I hope you guys will be too. It's a little bit different than what you're probably used to, or the vast majority of my audience is. But it's something that we're gonna kind of move towards here, and we're still gonna do all the project cars. I don't think we have ruled out any of the project cars or anything like that we have talked about. I would love to get a roll cage for this car built into it, and whatever else. I don't even know. But stuff with that. I'd like to make the Blazer the best little off-roader that I can for a reasonable amount of money. I'm never going to dump a ton of money in it. I would love to completely restore the dump truck. I got the race car next to me. I've talked about a bunch about that, but I'd like to put an Earnhardt, make it an Earnhardt scheme. And the truck, I would like to just keep improving it as time goes on. I don't have any, huge goals with that, but it just, keep moving forward. So that's kind of what I wanted to give you guys as an update. If you have any questions or any thoughts or anything you'd like to see, or any reviews you'd like to see, any of that stuff, I would love to hear from you. Let me know what your thoughts, and put your comments down below. With that, I think that's pretty much everything I got for you today. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day.